Hey, welcome back, my fellow board members.
Hey.
I'm Christina.
Random.
Toxin.
We are back.
And before we get into today's video, I want to give a big shout out. He's been a tremendous help, and if you're on my Instagram, you can see that. His Instagram is at _ocean_clothing for providing today's shirt.
Heart,
There's a lot of designs on his website. Please go check it out. And this is just the beginning, and the material feels great. More to come, guys.
Sweet. And as you can see, we're still in a pandemic.
Yes.
Yep, we have to wear a mask, protect yourself from that virus that's going on out there. But we
As
have
we
one.
take it off.
We have a good movie for you today. It's from Netflix. It came out this year, 2020, and we all know what 2020 has been rough.
Yes.
So the title is perfect. The Devil.
All the time.
Not because I want to.
Great actors.
Oh.
Tom Holland.
Man, my boy, Tom Holland. I'm telling you.
The Pattinson.
The Range.
Robert Pattinson. Fucking creeper.
The actor that played Bucky. What's his name?
Sebastian Stan. Sebastian Stan.
Bucky, that's his name.
I think that's his name.
He played a good. Oh man.
It's kind of like a future to me tense because it says Robert Pattinson, that's the Batman. Tom Holland could be the Robin. I don't know, just throwing it out there, Hollywood, some ideas. But this movie is primarily about that little old town that has no secrets, have evil crap going on.
Cannibals.
Blind devotion to religion.
Yes. It's basically it was a very religious-based movie. It gets you until it shows you how people portray fucking religion and how they misconstrued it and all that good stuff.
Right, and how they twist it. It's like fear of losing loved ones, twisted plot endings.
Even like the marriage. I'm sorry, but
No,
like
go
the
ahead.
married couple, the one the
Yeah.
guy was trapping those people, and like she went along with it because that time you had to do what your husband said, and even under the eyes of God, like they got married, and that's just.
So it's like all this sinful
I'm just
stuff.
like excited to get back.
Sinful stuff going on, and they hide behind religion to fool the other people,
They
right?
definitely twist the word of God, and then it shows like how people, they just kind of like whatever the preacher says or whatever he says, it's okay. They kind of they just kind of follow it blindly. You know what I mean? Like, so it's the people who twist religion and use it for their own gain.
Definitely.
Which the goddamn Patterson does.
The Pattinson, yeah, he plays a great reverend. He actually studied those old time reverends. You know, the hallelujah. He really gets it. That's the thing about the Pattinson. He really gets into his character. He really just kind of goes into his own private room and just studies what he needs to do and comes out and delivers.
Definitely a method actor. Yep.
Behind the scenes, he couldn't bring everything in practice, but he did tell the directors, which is the Campos brothers, I want to emphasize on that, that I will bring it when it's day of filming.
Exactly.
And he brought it.
And it was like this one back in the that show was off.
It reminded me because we can never perform 100% at rehearsals, but when it was showtime, we gave it our all.
We were there.
So I related to what he was
different.
We stole the show. So if you haven't noticed by now.
This is definitely an adult film.
Yeah.
Thriller, suspense, right? Small town, dark, gothic.
But they show enough. But they don't go over the board where it's like, oh my God, why are we watching this? Because you get the idea of what's going on.
Oh yeah.
And for him to pick those roles before he's gonna play an iconic character as we know it is the Bats. And I don't know, the Patterson, we could talk about him all day.
Yeah, we can. He's definitely evolving. Tom Holland is definitely.
Oh yeah,
I'm ready to talk about the Holland.
The Holland, right?
Man,
I forgot he was British, man.
He killed it.
Both of them, when they're on film, they have one accent, and then when they're off film, it's like they're talking it's like two different characters of people. But The Devil All the Time is based on that novel by Donald Ray Pollock, and it's actually narrated. The movie's narrated by the author.
I saw that too. That was really cool.
And I like when they involve it. That's that Campos brother. He's kind of personal and kind of like makes everything all connect.
And watching that movie, like from beginning to end, even with Bill, whatever and
the guy who played Pennywise,
Pennywise. Like in that story, in that beginning, like in those type of movies, you kind of like, for me, I like okay, we got this story out of the way, how the dad was here, let's go on with the main character, because I was just waiting to see Tom Holland, my boy. But I was really engaged with the first part of the movie with the dad, the whole going back to, was it the World War II, or? It was
World War
One.
It was one or something.
No, it was World War II because they mentioned Hitler. So
Yeah,
yeah, it was.
So when he finds his colonel or something like not colonel, but lieutenant or
That's right.
she found him crucified.
Yeah, and he had
it was
to put
just
him out
such
of
the
misery,
cinematic, the look of it, even though it was old time.
Yeah,
I dug the shit out.
The Campos brothers did a good job.
Yeah.
Be prepared because it's one story, here story, that story, and they all kind of connect.
It is a plethora of stories put together that eventually crossroads until they, wrap it up at the last part.
And the way they do it.
Yeah, the way they have it and going at it is pretty dope. Yeah. Spider-Man beats up the Winter Soldier again,
So kills Batman.
He did a very
kills
good part.
Batman.
That actor that it was originally written for Chris Evans. Well, not written for, but they wanted him for that part.
to do it.
But he was busy doing some work, so they got the Bucky.
They got
which
Bucky.
is the second Captain America, right? That was.
He was supposed to be.
We're not gonna touch that subject.
This movie was actually produced. I wanted to bring him into it. Jake
He did
Gyllenhaal.
good. He did good.
I didn't know, but he did do good. Jake Gyllenhaal produced it.
Yeah, I saw that too.
The Gyllenhaal balls.
I
Actually, was looking at the credits.
Right?
I definitely like the camera work of it because there's a lot of scenes where they're taking place it's like where Tom Holland or anybody they're watching somebody do something bad from a distance. But I kind of got that vibe like it wasn't just them peeking it, and since it was based around religion, maybe it was God, maybe it was Lucifer peeking at them too. Watching them from a distance and judging them. So that's what I liked about it too. But like I said, if you don't like those where it's a bunch of different stories or going back and forth, showing you back in time and then coming back to the present, and it's not for you.
Well, you don't like Quentin Tarantino movies.
Then that's true. But this one did it. Like Quentin Tarantino, this is one of the films that did it right, and I do highly recommend it for it. It did have me at the edge of my seat the entire night, and I saw it.
Pissed you off too.
Yeah, it pissed you off. I saw it by myself, and it was amazing. I couldn't get enough of it.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw it when it was 2 hours. I was like, I want to sit through this, but it was worth it. There was not a dull moment.
Tom Holland carried it really well.
Tom talked about him carrying that damn movie. For being such a young actor, carrying those hero Spider-Man movies. I was gonna say Spider-Man movies. Jesus. And then
we don't listen to that.
God damn! I was just waiting to see him. When you see him like that, and it's his birthday.
You don't even think about the Spider-Man. You really don't. You think he really brought this character to life. I got some spoilers for you. There's some, how some churches have the rituals where they have snakes and stuff like this. Where this one preacher wants to prove that God is real and these
my God!
That was yours. I bet
spiders.
I bet he died.
They're actually real spiders.
And they're actually what?
Yeah, I
didn't know that.
I read that somewhere. That he actually used real spiders. Don't know if he got bit. Don't know if that was real, but they said they used real spiders. Another thing I like that they use, spoiler.
Fucking crazy, man.
There's during the middle of the movie they have these negatives and they're kind of showing you what goes on in the little town. And I like the approach of the negative because it's not a true picture, so they kind of leave it up to your imagination.
Exactly.
I love that approach. Thank you, Campos. I like that you did that. You did a good job, man. You and your brother.
Exactly. You got a piece of us all.
And I like it because you're Campos, and I like it because you're a family. Like we do, it's like
Familia.
Power. To that.
Yeah.
Way to go. But anyway, that part is interesting how it's like the negatives and you're seeing what's happening, but it's also up to your imagination. Because it's more glorified and color. So
Exactly.
2 thumbs up for me. Netflix 2020.
Yeah.
Devil all the time. The novel's great too.
The novel's great, but I want to go back to the end where we're going towards the end part where. And through the whole movie, we're seeing this guy. I don't know his name, but he's been coming out in all kinds of movies. This weird-looking dude, the one dude with the marriage.
The wife. Well, he came out in actually Lawless.
He came out in Lawless.
Yeah, that's right.
He was John.
The older brother. That's right.
He was John Connor in the latest.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
and there's some
I don't know his
movies.
name, but he
played that good part too.
And Planet of the Apes, one of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, he was.
But he did
a good job.
But through the whole movie, you see them picking up people and what they end up doing with them. Then at the end, you see Harden out there. I'm like, what boy? He's the next one. And he got and then knowing what the cop knew, what Bucky knew, and then he goes after him at the end, like with a shotgun, bro, like
still defending his sister's honor. Yeah.
And he was, I think, like that quote with Samuel Jackson said in Pulp Fiction. Like, I think he was the shepherd, or maybe I'm messing it up, but he's doing something. But Holly was there to take away the bad.
Yep.
And he gave that girl a chance, and she went for it. He had to shoot her.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think he was the righteous man. He was the righteous man.
I would say that they were serial killers, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Through the photos, and then that's what they had the photos, man, and it was just a lot of things going on, and it was all around religion. It gets you worried.
The ending, very ending, kind of got me. I thought when Tom Holland got into that Volkswagen, I thought he got in with Charles Manson. I thought, oh shit, this is it. Yeah. He became part of the Manson.
I was on the edge of my seat. I was like.
It looked just like
he was falling asleep. I was like, no.
He actually turns out to be the light of that small town.
Yeah, he did. He came
that's a surprise twist.
He came and rewrote the wrong.
Sticking up for his sister, sticking up for the ones that need to be sticking up for it, and whooping that ass. I don't know, man. It was just.
He became the light of
he came and wrote all the wrong. He took out all the darkness of that town.
Yeah. But at first you don't think so, but that's the twist of it. 2 thumbs up for me.
2 thumbs up for me.
It's free. Netflix, right?
Netflix.
2020 recommendations.
Oh man,
I didn't even think about it.
The Pattinson. We'll watch the Batman coming out.
Okay. No, that one got pushed back even more. So
man,
I got a recommendation for the Pattinsons, and it's not bullshit Twilight. All right. Anyway, it's a good time. I believe that's on Netflix too. That's a damn good one. Good time.
You said that one, already.
I don't know anything else that guy comes out in.
I know I said this before. I think it was about a year ago. Go ahead.
We reviewed it. Tenet. There you go.
I actually said that one. We actually reviewed it.
And then Bucky.
It's in theaters still. Check out
Bucky comes out in The Last Full Measure. It was about Vietnam. That was a good one. I saw it when I had it at my theater. It was pretty interesting. I believe that's on Hulu actually too. So yeah, Last Full Measure.
Tom Holland. I know that I said it before, probably about a year ago. The tsunami one where he's a young kid, and you can see him as a young actor kind of evolving. Then there's a Spider-Man, you see him evolving. He's just overall good, and he's a good sport behind the scenes. So that's always a plus for me.
Exactly.
Yeah, be a good sport. Just do what the director does. Collaborate together, work together.
Get the story out.
Yep, go watch it. It's great.
Hell yeah, I'm down.
Come back and see us. Subscribe.
Like, subscribe, share the hell out of it.
Everything be safe out there. Yeah, be safe out there.
I'm at home.
Peace.
And
all people are gone.
Till next time.
Till next time, we'll see you
at the movies. Subscribe. Woo!